Dude,
Yeah.
Instagram sucks. Like all the football Instagram pages will post like every final to every game, but Penn State's like every time.
Really?
Except for yeah, dude. Except for next week, they'll post the scores. It's against Ohio State. But people are clowns. Elite College Football, the Instagram page.
I think I blocked him.
Yeah, he first posted like he didn't watch the game. He posted the score and said Penn State escapes an upset in Madison. And then people were like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "It was 14-13 in the fourth quarter." I'm like, "You obviously didn't watch the freaking game." Wisconsin scored 3 points in the second quarter, bro. Penn State scored how many? 21? 14?
I'll pull up the.
Yeah, they scored 21 points in the second half. So it didn't make any. I'm like, dude, you can't just post something without watching it. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they weren't nearly up to that, dude. I never thought we were gonna lose.
And then after people were commenting, what are you talking about? He edited his post and said Penn State comes back after the half with a backup QB. Is this the number three team? Like, just the dumbest post I've ever seen, dude. Like, probably football. Elite College Football. He's trash. He actually tagged it with all college football, that page as well. Sometimes
give me the post.
Yeah, well, you won't be able to see the original one, which is annoying. But
I think that's one of the pages I blocked.
Probably. You might see it though, because there's all CFB and then there's Elite College Football. So they did it as a double team post. And they switched it.
That one page you send me, and I can never see it because I think I have it blocked.
Probably.
I don't know what they did. They made me
it
mad.
Says, so this is the edited post after the one I told you about. Penn State comes back from down 7-10 at the half with a backup QB. Is this the third best team in the country with a thinking emoji?
Have you watched Penn State all season? That's my question.
Unbelievable. But
yeah.
I think that was a very gutsy win. Your QB gets hurt.
And there's nothing on Twitter, which is probably good because if we were seeing stuff on Twitter, that means we probably have some bad news. But yeah just kind of the whole structure of the knee. I mean, so it was 10-7 at half, and then it was 14-13, and then we pulled away. So we're a second half team. We always have been under Frank.
Oh yeah, and we should have had 14 in the first half. Like I was saying, at least.
That's what was crazy about the Rose Bowl in 2017, man. Like we were coming back, and I thought we were going to win, and then we lost on that field goal. And Trace McSorley totally blew that game. I mean, I love that guy.
He threw the same pass 2 times in a row to Chris Godwin. Yeah. They knew it was going to Chris Godwin, man. It was bad.
I mean, even at the beginning of that game, he threw a pick right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So overall, like good performance. I think Drew Aller's fine. Knock on wood. I think he'll be like okay. Like I think he'll be nearly 100%. I mean, at this point in the season, man, like who is truly 100%? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if he's not, we have confidence that our backup is gutsy, man. Like he made some passes tonight.
But here's the thing but here's the thing too about that whole thing. Okay, let's say you don't have a knee that's 100%, Drew Aller. There's no excuses, man. Like you got to beat Ohio State. This is why you're a 5-star quarterback. This is why you're playing big time college football. This is why you're at Penn State. Whether you're 100% or not, you need to come in and you need to beat Ohio State because that's how you solidify your legacy. That's how you earn that respect of the fans. I mean, because he doesn't fully have the respect of the fans, man. He doesn't. And it's not totally his fault, but
he's gaining more traction. But
this is where you like earn those stripes, and we'll get into Ohio State Thursday. I'm trying to have a show with multiple people. It will probably end up that way, but including one of Chris Godwin's teammates. But
I'm
Penn State. What?
I was just gonna say, if Drew's not 100%, they might just play Bo more in the mix. So I wouldn't be mad about it because the way he performed, if he can make that happen and take it with him, then do it.
I think we can win with Bo Prabula. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked great tonight. He just doesn't have
11
that
for 13.
experience. Will Howard's already running his mouth. I'm not going to say anything about that team. I mean,
yeah.
I'll just say, like, they're not that good. I mean, we're going to talk about that. They're not that good, and we should have beat them last year. The O coordinator completely screwed us out of that one. And then this year, I hope that, again, the better team wins, and that is us. And I think we're like -3. Ohio State's -3 already. But at the end of the day, man, like, we got the win. We're 7-0. We're going into Ohio State, and Drew Aller, I think, will be okay. So, I mean, if he's not, then I think they'll be able to pull some stuff out, like you just said, with Bo, and if they need to play him more, whatever. But I do feel good about that game, and I do think we're going to win in a slightly convincing fashion. But that's a Thursday conversation. But yeah, it was a good win, and we won with our backup. Looked way better than Iowa in 2017 or 2019. What was it? 2021.
Yeah,
When the backup came in,
different.
And he was horrible.
He's terrible.
Barely got past the 50. So I knew that wasn't going to happen. I knew we had a much superior quarterback, superior offensive coordinator.
I was so nervous because until we scored, I was like, we need to score. Like, if we score, I'll feel better because the defense is showing out right now. But also wanted to mention, does Nick still doesn't look right when he's running? He still doesn't look like he's fully healthy. Am I losing it? Like in the passing game, like he's getting open, he's catching balls, but like when he's running, he doesn't look like he's at his full speed. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look right, man. So I think he's still fighting something. He's probably 80% right now, if I had to guess. Hopefully he can figure that out. Katron, he looked great tonight. He's still obviously a little bit slower, but bulldozing people. That play design they had on his touchdown run, the misdirection, that was really good.
Tyler Warren was good.
Yeah, Denied Dennis Sutton came out. He just had like some cramp stuff going on. I think he'll be fine. We need him for next week. Also, what could be a big loss, Anthony Donko got hurt on like the first drive. And Nolan Rucci came in, played decent overall, but he gave up some rushes I was like not a huge fan of. So hopefully Rucci can keep getting more reps and get better. Anthony Donko is a big loss if we can't get him back. So we're a little banged up. Hopefully we can get some guys healthy here for Ohio State. But overall, I think we're going to be a little bit banged up for that game. So we'll just have to do our best. Next man up mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But our score predictions were what, like 27-17, 27-10. So we were pretty close.
Yeah, I think mine was 27-14. Yeah. 27-14, so pretty close. And yours was close to that too.
Yeah.
Turned out and that's with a backup QB.
Yeah, how about it? But hey, man, that's also a good sign that this offense is what's the word?
They're versatile, man. They're resilient.
Like you can bring in a backup and still be okay. So that's good.
Made some good runs, good throws.
That's good to see. But man, at the end of the day, like let's look at
big game from Harrison Wallace, man. Big catches. He didn't drop anything. So
we got what the heck for the rankings.
I was confused. That Khalil Dinkins touchdown, dude. It was like third, and we were at like the 1 or something. I'm like, what are they doing passing? I thought they were gonna run it, right? I'm like, what are they doing? And then he threw it to wide open Khalil Dinkins. I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm like, all right, that's fine. We scored. But I was confused by the play call because Tyler Warren ran it twice, got to about the 1 yard line. 3rd and goal, you think you're gonna run it. And maybe that's why it was a good play call. It threw the defense off guard. So, but it threw me off guard. So,
and even that one play that Bo had there when he first came in, I don't know how he got that ball out. That didn't even look.
Dude, he was getting 2 guys rushing him. I thought he just threw it away, threw it right to Harrison Wallace. I think it was.
All right,
nuts.
So Oregon's not going to move. Georgia may drop.
They play?
No, they didn't.
Bye week.
But no, they'll probably stay. Penn State's not going to move. Ohio State may drop a bit. I think Texas might drop. They beat Vanderbilt by 3 today.
By 3. Yeah.
Miami's probably going to move up above Texas. Miami may get into the top 4. I don't know, but I think they'll at least jump Texas.
They beat a team without any pulse at all, Florida State. So I don't know. That's
Tennessee had a bye. Alabama, they beat Missouri. What was the final score? 34-0. Wow. Yeah, Missouri, dude, they're horrible. They're like they have one guy, Luther Burden, and that's it. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, like it was a good win. I'm happy about it, and there's nothing more we can ask. That's what we wanted. We wanted to win in convincing fashion. We did.
Yep.
We at least wanted to do that. We won with our backup, and I think Drew's okay. I think he'll be back next week. Maybe not 100%, but he'll be back. And at the end of the day, there's no excuses, man.
Yep.
We need to win. So that's it. Good win tonight. We just got to keep an eye out on the news to see what all we're going to hear is whether or not he's playing. Franklin isn't going to tell us.
He might not even tell. We might not know until game day, to be honest with you, man.
But what I don't want to happen is like in 2021 when Clifford hurt his ribs, and it was clear that he was injured.
Yeah.
But we didn't know what was going on. And
we had no clue.
Yeah. So it's like I wish somehow we would be able to know what exactly we're looking at.
Yeah.
And
I might be able to ask some sources and see
like
what's going on.
Yeah. Don't reveal any, but yes.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's why.
Try and find out.
Yeah, I'll check with it.
I would like to know what exactly is his status. Is he 100%? Is he 90%? Is he 80%? Is he hurt at all? Like, is he okay? Like, was it just like a little scare? Yeah.
It didn't look too bad overall. That's why I was like he went down slow, but it didn't look super bad. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be fine, like you said. And I think the doctors made the call with the head coach. Like, we should sit him. He's not 100% right now. He's probably like 60% after that. You know what I mean? If you have a bum leg, like planting your feet and throwing the ball, and then you can't even run, which Bo can run really well. So that made sense when I put him in, and he made some plays, man. So
I think they
7-0.
I think their final thought was, we don't need to put him back in, so let's just keep him out, because I think they thought we can win without him. So that's it.
Yeah.
I hope that was what their thought process was, because as we saw, like, Wisconsin is not good. So, but all right, Brett, I am.
They were a decent team. Hey,
by the time, like they're not.
We made them look not good because our defense was just making plays, man. But they had some good players. Their running back was good. We bottled them up in the second half.
Did Trump explain why he was late?
I mean, he was coming in from Michigan, so he didn't say anything, man. But he'll be at the game next week, from what I'm hearing. So that's
he's
cool.
Supposed to be there at 4. He didn't come on stage till 5:36.
Yeah, but I heard last night. I forget where he was last night. He was supposed to be on stage at 6 last night and didn't get there till 10 p.m. So whatever happened yesterday must have put him behind schedule, and that just messed everything up. You know what I mean? So, but you got to give it to him. He's flying all over the place, man. He's fighting for our country. So
and like
he's
I said,
next
week, if he is there, then that would be a good move on his part. I think he's already got Ohio kind of locked up. But want to see him stay neutral next week. Not definitely not wear a red and white hat. Probably not wear a blue and white hat, but he has that black and gold one. He has that white hat. He has the black hat, black and white hat. So, or he might just not wear a hat at all. He didn't wear a hat at the Steelers game. So.
Well, they were selling some blue hats today too. They were like blue and white, saying I voted for, or I'm voting for a convicted felon. So I mean, he had a bunch of different hats today. I bought one for my grand sponsor, so I bought him. I bought him the blue. It's $20. I bought it for him there.
Yeah, he must have hats because everyone there was wearing a hat.
Yeah, I mean, some people showed up with hats, but then they had a bunch of hats and shirts and everything there. So it's pretty cool.
Cool. It was packed. It was packed.
Yeah, so the Bryce Jordan never opens the top seats anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like we could have used them because there were people standing who couldn't have a seat. So you figure there are probably still 8,000 people there, something
Why
like
don't
that.
they open them up at all?
No, they were closed off. Even for like any type of game, like basketball games, like they're always closed off, man. I don't understand it. Maybe they figured it wouldn't have got that big, but they could have filled some of those seats, trust me, because there were people standing with no
That's
seats.
wild that they don't open those up.
Yeah, I don't
BJC
understand.
needs torn down, man. They need something else in there. It's old. It's as old as us.
I mean, it's not too old.
It's made in '93, I think.
Yeah, 93 to 95 is when they built it, but really that's not that old for a building. You know what I mean? It still looks good.
I think they could use more.
I think it's nice. Well, for basketball, we can't even fill it up, so really it makes more sense to play in rec hall because it gets louder.
Well, they should put basketball in rec and wrestling in BJC because
wrestling
will fill that up every single freaking match.
Wrestling. I have video. The wrestling team was there, and they went up on stage and met Trump.
Wrestling would fill up Beaver Stadium.
Oh yeah, they went up and met Trump. Trump was talking about him, like you guys are fantastic.
I heard when he came in, he was like your wrestling team, we're resilient, we're winning, something like that.
Yep.
Did he mention football at
all? He may have. Sometimes he wasn't speaking loud. He was probably exhausted, and then there were moments where he was speaking louder, so I couldn't really. Tired. And people were cheering, so it's hard to hear everything. Yeah, I imagine he's beat. I'd be beat too, man. I'm beat just from today. He's been doing this for days.
Met him, though.
Huh?
That's funny. The wrestling team met him.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool, man. I mean, one of them spoke. They got up and said,
"I mean,
we got to vote."
They're all pretty much UFC guys, which means they're pro-Trump.
Yeah, I mean, he was talking about. I have a good friend, Dana White. He just did that 3-hour thing with Dana White. So I didn't watch it yet, but I'm going to. You watch it?
Joe Rogan?
Oh, he did one with Joe Rogan, yeah. But he was talking about Dana White too. But
yeah.
With Joe Rogan, he dropped a 3-hour pod. So I have to check.
I haven't watched it yet. I've seen clips of it, but I'm happy.